Oh my god, I shouldn't have cleaned my glasses. I look terrible. You're close to me.
Couldn't think of a response.
There's no response except for, I'm sorry, I'll move. Here's the problem. So you remember back in high school when people thought it was cool to like write little letters like, do you like me, circle 1, yes, no, maybe, and then they'd hand it and slide it over and the teacher would read it in class and then everybody had to get the answer? It's kind of going like that. So she sends this friend to talk to a friend to talk to a friend who talks to me and is like, hey, this girl likes you. And I'm like, okay, I'm old. I don't care if she likes me. This is not middle school. I start talking to her and she's like, yeah, I like you. I was like, you don't even know me. So I invited her over to my apartment and I'm like, I want you to get to know who I really am. So I start going through things that I own and things that are around my apartment. First of all, when we walk in, the first thing she sees is my roommate and another friend playing Halo Wars on our two 51-inch side-by-side TVs. My roommate makes way more money than I do. So from the point that we're standing in, you can clearly see the gigantic whiteboards of space solar systems and approximate weights and distances of all the planets. It pretty much looks like Big Bang Theory in here. Right next to that, I have a bookshelf. The bookshelf is full of every Munchkin card game that has ever existed, followed by Risk, but not Risk, Halo Wars Risk, by Monopoly, not Monopoly, Star Wars Monopoly. We have a board game called Zombie Survival. We have a chessboard. We have a 3D chessboard. We have a tri-dimensional chessboard. Any normal person from that moment right there would realize this dude is a nerd. But she still did not believe me. From there we entered my bedroom. That's where the magic happens. And by where the magic happens, I mean I lay in bed watching Harry Potter practicing spells with my wands. I'm sure you've never seen my bedroom, so let me just tell you, I have Scott Pilgrim series. I'm a fan. I have Scott Pilgrim laid out. I have my mint condition Scott Pilgrim. Then I have my framed Scott Pilgrim books. And yes, I framed Scott Pilgrim books. The sounds on my phone are also Scott Pilgrim. There's two things I'm addicted to, cigarettes and Scott Pilgrim, and I don't smoke. My computer is always on. I have 2 monitors. I have a $120 gaming pad. I have a $140 gaming mouse. I open up my desktop, da-da-da, World of Warcraft, da-da-da, League of Legends, da-da-da, Rift, da-da-da, DC Universe, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And she still does not believe that I am a nerd. I open up my drawer, pull out my shirts, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Captain America, Flash, Flash without the bazinga, and Flash with the bazinga! Like I said, it's kind of like Big Bang Theory. Not to mention, all of my clothes are guarded by a Blood Elf Paladin and Ichigo Kurosaki. If you understand what that means, you'll like this channel.
You say it in such a threatening way.
If you understand what that means, you'll like this channel, or you'll die. I tend to be a gamer too. That's what happens with us nerds. But when I'm playing Xbox, I'm not sitting there being like, oh my own Call of Duty headshot, yes. No, I'm like, all right guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these, come over the left flank. I'm gonna go up the middle, bring the air in, drop a cryo bomb, freeze them down. I'm gonna hijack this Scorpion tank, and then we're gonna roll in, take out that Prophet, watch out, drop the disruption bomb when the Brute shows up, and then we'll usually win. I'm a nerd because my recently watched on Netflix is Doctor Who. Want to pull up my HBO account? It's Game of Thrones. Not to mention this whole time that she is actually in my room, she's looking around the room and seeing my Diablo 3 poster, my World of Warcraft poster, my Brink, yes, I played Brink, I'm sorry, my Brink poster.
I don't know what's worse, that you played Brink or that you have the poster.
It's a really good game, I like that. In my closet, I have a Komodo, just in hopes that someday I will meet an Asian and she'll put it on for me. This has been going on for some time now, and so I decided it's time to pull out all the stops. Believe it or not, I actually like to go out dancing. But the problem is that I believe that the sprinkler is still a valid hip-hop, off-the-chain dance move. Another problem is I think off the chain is still a proper term, and I'm still not sure if it's pronounced off the hook or off the hook. My DVD collection that she sees has every episode of Heroes, every episode of Big Bang Theory. I have Star Wars on Blu-ray, I have Star Trek on Blu-ray, I have Planet of the Apes on Blu-ray, and I still believe that Beauty and the Geek was the best show ever made and they need to bring it back instantly. I keep looking away. Somebody is being murdered outside my door. Also, in my free time, I'm kind of designing a comic book, I tell her. In my comic book, I am a nerd. Who makes themselves a nerd in their own comic book? Nerds. My Freudian slips are about fictional characters. I have often used the term, that reminds me of this one time I was playing Halo Wars. This one time I was playing World of Warcraft. This one time I was in trade chat. The worst part is I've been known to deny physical contact with my ex-girlfriend for long periods of time after the release of a big game. And then I mentioned, by the way, on your way out of my room, don't trip on the gigantic telescope that's in front of you. I think that's all I got on my list. So what do you think? Do you think I'm a nerd, or do you think I'm more like a young Justin Bieber? Hair, wink, chin. So I open up my drawer and pull out my shirts. Flash, Superman, Batman, Green Goblin, Mercury. That's not even a superhero.
Mercury? That's a Sailor Moon character.
It's a character on League of Legends.
Yeah, okay.